Turning 80 isn't just a birthday. It's a line your body and your world feel. But here's the truth. No one tells you. You still have leverage. Today, I'm giving you 7 shifts that hit after 80 and exactly how to stay unstoppable. The last one is the sneakiest, and most women miss it until life gets small. If you want straight talk, not sugar, tap like. Comment your age and your #1 change since 70. And subscribe, because we do aging the smart way here. Disclaimer: this is education, not personal medical advice. Bring these steps to your clinician. Your immune alarm system gets quieter, so you must turn up the volume. By 80, your immune system isn't broken, but it sounds the alarm more softly and responds more slowly. Scientists call this immunosenescence. That's why infections can look different. No fever, less pain, but more confusion, sleepiness, or sudden weakness. If you feel off, that is a symptom at 80. Don't wait. Do this now. Playbook: vaccines that matter most after 75. Flu, high dose or adjuvanted, is preferred for 65 plus each season. COVID-19, stay current with the latest season's vaccine. Shingles, the 2-dose series if you haven't completed it. Pneumococcal, make sure you're up to date. Your clinician can choose the right schedule. RSV, one-time dose is now recommended for all adults, 75 plus, and for 50 to 74 at increased risk. Not an annual shot. Protein Plus Produce. Aim for 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram body weight daily. EGRG, 55 to 65 grams for a 55-kilogram woman. Spread across meals. Add vitamin C-rich fruits and vegetables and fermented foods for gut immune support. New rule: sudden fatigue, fuzzy thinking, or a day of unusual sleepiness. Call your clinician the same day. In older adults, those can be infection flags, even without a fever. Pattern break. Pause the video and type "immune plan" if you'll ask your doctor which shots you're due for this week. Muscle loss accelerates, but strength gains still happen in your 80s. After 80, sarcopenia ramps up, stealing power for stairs, balance, even getting off the toilet. But here's the plot twist. Women in their 80s and 90s can add muscle and function with simple, consistent resistance work. Randomized trials in the oldest old prove it. Do this now. Playbook: 2 movements that change everything. 3 days a week. Sit to stand from a chair, arms crossed if safe. Start with 3 times 5 reps. Add 1 rep each session until 3 times 12. Supported row with a light band at chest height. 3 times 8 minus 12. When that's easy, add a light carry. Hold 2 shopping bags or water bottles and walk 20 to 40 seconds. Progression that doesn't hurt. Aim for RPE 6 to 7 out of 10. Last 2 to 4 reps feel challenging, not painful. Log your sets. Small weekly increases beat big heroic bursts. Protein timing. Anchor 20 to 30 grams of protein within 1 to 2 hours after training. If appetite is low, use Greek yogurt, eggs, milk powder and porridge, or a whey shake. Target 1.0 to 1.2 grams per kilogram per day. Overall, vitamin D and bones. Ask your clinician to check vitamin D and bone health. Correct deficiency if present, individualized dosing, impair training with balance work. Reality check. Losing muscle after 80 is common. Losing the fight isn't. The women who win are the ones who start this week and keep showing up. Blood pressure plays tricks when you stand. Protect your brain and your bones. Dizziness when getting up? That's often orthostatic hypotension, a drop in blood pressure on standing that raises fall risk. A large meta-analysis shows approximately 73% higher odds of falling in older adults with this issue. Falls are how small, stumbles become broken hips and broken routines. Do this now playbook 3-step stand. Roll to your side. Sit. Wait 30 to 60 seconds. Stand. Hydration habit. A glass of water with each meal unless you're on fluid restriction. Medication check. Bring all meds and supplements to your next appointment. Ask, could any of these drop my pressure when I stand? Measure at home. Take BP sitting, then at 1 in 3 minutes standing. Keep a short diary of dizziness episodes to share with your clinician. Balance snacks. Daily 60-second heel-to-toe stand near a counter. Progress to gentle tandem walks down a hallway. Pattern break. Comment, steady, if you want my printable stand safely checklist. Your brain's backup generator decides how sharp you stay. 740 to 1040? Most people think, at 80, my brain just slows. It's normal. But the truth is sharper. Your brain builds cognitive reserve, a backup system that lets one part step in when another struggles. And here's the kicker. Women who stay socially active, mentally curious, and physically mobile in their 80s have a much lower risk of dementia, even if they carry Alzheimer's genes. What's happening biologically? Yes, the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex shrink. Processing speed dips. Multitasking feels harder. But active engagement, social plus mental plus physical, builds new connections. Imaging studies show that an 85-year-old who learns a new skill can literally grow hippocampal volume. Do this now playbook daily conversation goal. Aim for 3 meaningful interactions a day. Even short phone calls stimulate multiple networks more than passive TV. Novelty rule. Try something new every 30 days. Example, start journaling, test a new recipe, or play an online word game. Your brain loves the unfamiliar. Move for memory. Walking briskly for 20 to 30 minutes 3 times a week enlarges the hippocampus by up to 2% a year, reversing some shrinkage. Hearing check. Untreated hearing loss is linked to faster cognitive decline. If you struggle to follow conversations in groups, get screened. Hearing aids don't just help hearing, they protect memory. Pattern break. Comment. Brain. If you want me to make a full video just on building cognitive reserve after 80. Ageism in healthcare is real. Fight for visibility. This one is tough. Too many women at 80 plus discover that their voice starts fading in medical settings. A daughter gets asked the questions, not you. A doctor says, well, at your age, instead of discussing options. This is medical ageism, and it can literally shorten your life by withholding treatments you might want. Here's the truth. Age alone is never enough reason to deny a test, treatment, or referral. Yet it happens daily. Do this now playbook. Script your questions. Ask, what tests would you order if I were 60? What are all my treatment options, both aggressive and conservative? Demand numbers. What's the actual survival rate, complication risk, or recovery time for women my age with this condition? Bring a note taker. Having a trusted person with you isn't about surrendering your voice. It's about ensuring the conversation is documented and remembered. Doctor shopping isn't betrayal. If a provider dismisses you, you have the right to switch. The best clinicians listen before deciding what's appropriate. Reality check. The patients who push back, politely but firmly, get better, more personalized care. Age doesn't erase your right to be heard. Too many pills can quietly rob your health. By 80, the average woman is prescribed 5 to 7 medications daily. Add supplements, and the list can be longer than a grocery receipt. This is polypharmacy, and it raises risks of dizziness, confusion, falls, and even hospitalizations. Here's what happens. Your kidneys and liver process drugs more slowly with age. Even doses that felt fine at 65 can tip into side effects at 80. And when multiple drugs overlap, especially sedatives, blood pressure meds, or anticholinergics, the brain and body pay the price. Do This Now Playbook Brown Bag Review. Once a year, bring all pills, patches, inhalers, and supplements in a bag to your clinician or pharmacist. Ask, which of these can be reduced, combined, or stopped? Target list. Red flags include sleep aids, certain bladder meds, and, as needed pills you no longer use. Track your symptoms. New confusion, balance changes, or fatigue. Don't assume it's just aging. It might be a medication side effect. Don't stop suddenly. Some meds must be tapered safely. Always involve your clinician before making changes. Pattern break. Type pills in the comments if you'd like me to create a checklist of medications older women should double-check with their doctor. Your world shrinks unless you fight to keep it wide. This is maybe the most heartbreaking shift I see at 80. Not because of biology, but because of the world. It starts small. A close friend passes. You give up night driving. Your social club dissolves. Your children are busy. Your grandchildren live far away. Before long, your entire world fits inside your living room. The tragedy? A shrinking world doesn't just steal joy, it steals health. Studies show isolation in older adults doubles the risk of cognitive decline and depression. And depression in seniors often mimics dementia, causing forgetfulness, confusion, and fatigue. Too often, women are misdiagnosed with senility when in fact they're simply lonely. But there's hope. Your world doesn't have to shrink. You can push back, and every time you do, you add fuel to your spirit. Do This Now Playbook Schedule Connection. Treat social time like a prescription, one coffee date, one call, or one video chat every week. Non-negotiable. Join. Don't wait. Clubs, classes, volunteer groups. These aren't luxuries. They're lifelines. Even if you feel shy or too old, showing up is medicine. Learn or teach. Pick up painting, music, or even social media basics. Or offer to teach grandchildren cooking, gardening, or family history. Both learning and teaching light up the brain. Travel small. You don't need Paris, a new park, a museum in the next town, or even a different grocery store keeps the world feeling bigger than your four walls. Reality check. Women who resist shrinking, who say yes more often than no, don't just live longer. They live wider. Pattern break. Comment. Open if you refuse to let the world close in on you after 80. Bonus habits that separate the frail from the thriving. By now, you've heard the big 7. But here are 3 extra daily habits that consistently show up in women who stay vibrant into their 90s. Walking is medicine. 20 to 30 minutes most days doesn't just protect the heart. It boosts mood, sharpens memory, and preserves independence. Hydration discipline. Even mild dehydration in older women can cause confusion and fatigue. Keep a small bottle handy and sip through the day, unless you're on fluid restriction. Purpose ritual. Thriving women all have a reason to get up. Gardening, faith, volunteering, writing memoirs, or even just, I walk my dog every morning. Purpose keeps the brain and body in sync. So let's recap. At 80, your immune system whispers, so you have to listen louder. Muscles want to melt, so you train them back. Blood pressure tricks you, so you stand smart. Your brain builds a reserve. If you keep it busy, healthcare may sideline you, so you demand your seat. Pills pile up, so you trim them safely. And your world shrinks unless you push it wide. Here's the truth. Aging is not passive. The women who thrive into their 90s and beyond don't wait. They fight, daily, gently, but consistently. Now it's your turn. Comment below. Which of these 7 hit you the hardest? And what's one step you'll start this week? And if you want more straight talk about aging that doctors rarely say out loud, subscribe right now. This community is for women who want to live wide, long, and on their own terms. Because yes, you're 80, but no, you're not done. Not even close.